Unscripted.
Hey, Pickle Rick, I gotta say something, okay? Listen, you responded to my video and you actually helped prove my point. This is exactly what I was talking about. Anybody who didn't think that this man jacked my ideas, again, I'm not saying he stole content per se. I said that it was odd and people brought it to my attention years ago that when I'd release a video on a subject that probably wasn't even that popular, which that's how I was working things back in the day, right? I was doing like stuff that maybe was interesting to me, but it wasn't going to get lots of views or anything. A few days later, almost like clockwork, we'd see Review Tech do something on the same subject. And this was when I had, no subscribers, next to no subscribers, and very little, and he was following me and subscribed to me, and I was like, okay, that's pretty cool, this big YouTuber or whatever. I never really watched his stuff or anything like that, but it was very interesting to me that somebody would be coming out with very similar, if not exact, duplicates of what I was doing. Yes, it's funny. Also, Rich, you can sit there and point out my mistakes, which I've apologized for. Have you ever apologized for anything you've done in your life? And just doing a quick search, you basically kind of whore yourself out for money left and right, whether it's satisfying pickles or, rubbing crap on your body, like whatever you do. So how about I do this? I'll donate to you $5 and you shut the hell up for a change, huh? How about that? Because as far as I can tell, you yap, and you're not really kind of saying anything of any substance. Now, anybody who didn't believe this, okay, would somebody go on a 30-minute rant in a response to a video of somebody accusing them something if they weren't guilty? I mean, it seems like I touched a nerve there. Obviously, there's something going on there. I think that it's, a very interesting situation with this guy. One of the biggest hypocrites on YouTube that I've ever seen in my life. Again, the offer stands, even on a neutral channel. You want to talk about stuff. You want to get in the ring with me. You want to sit there and kind of debate and pick my mind. And maybe, hey, maybe we even find some some common ground where, we could agree to disagree or maybe agree to agree. I'm not against that. I didn't even really disrespect you. I just brought up the fact that you out of nowhere disrespected me when I've had no interaction with you. And you know what? You've done multiple videos on me in the past. Like, what the hell is that all about? I never even understood that. Like, here's the thing. I'm a nobody, a crappy channel, okay? Why on earth would people, and I stick by this, even now, people still do videos about me. Like, I'm literally a nobody in this industry, in YouTube. A nobody. Somebody can start up a new channel tomorrow and do better than me, in within a month's time. To be completely honest, I've never said that I was great. Yes, I've owned up to my mistakes from 2014, but thanks for bringing that to light again. So what's that say about you, that you were copying somebody that was still pretty raw and didn't even understand the rules and things like that when it comes to, certain situations with fair use and things like that? I had no clue at that time, right? I'm just like this little idiot that's trying to do these goofy videos. And meanwhile, you're biting off me. You got a big YouTube channel. YouTube is your life. That's your bread and butter. I totally get that. That's fine. I'm not knocking your hustle, Junior. What I'm saying is, stay in your lane when it comes to this stuff. You started with me multiple times, and then you pop a button, I'm Rich Review Tech. You know what I mean? Like, who the hell do you think you are, honestly? I mean, I think you're kind of a funny guy and stuff like that, but probably not for the same reasons that you think you're a funny guy or whatever. At the end of the day, you've made your name for yourself slandering, harassing other people, and embarrassing yourself for whatever type of hype or money you could get. And I find that to be a little bit disturbing. And I tried to explain to you that not everybody has to do the exact same thing as you or take YouTube as seriously as you take it. Now, it's so funny because back in the day when you did videos about me, right, I didn't respond to them at all because I don't know if it was a respect thing. I don't know if it was me trying to just, I don't know. I felt like you had so many subscribers and you were like untouchable or whatever, but the fact that you respond back and that people come out and dislike the video or whatever, I just find that to be, hilarious to me, right? You're so into your feelings over this, you're so upset over this, and that proves to me And it should prove to anybody with half a brain that I was 100% correct. I was 100% correct. You went out of your way to make a 30-minute video basically confirming that what I said was right, because otherwise you wouldn't have gone out and said that stuff. You wouldn't have gone out and said it. And the funny thing is, I think that what you've done, you've managed to do, because you make your living off of this, is fantastic, right? I've given you nothing but props for that. You can even go back and listen to the other video. And I never said you so much as, like, literally stole my stuff. I said my ideas, right? Which there's a big difference from that. And you know what? Since you're making your living off of YouTube, it makes sense. You don't seem like the brightest guy, okay? You're not the smartest duck in the pond, the sharpest tool in the shed, if you will, okay? Or maybe you are, because you've been managed to, like, bilk people out of money for years, basically harassing small YouTubers and being the hypocrite that you are. But at the same time, I think that, you know, I actually kind of felt sorry for you. Because I was a bigger guy too, and you know you're out there with your moves, kind of doing your moves or whatever, and the whole pickle thing, and you know, I mean, there's a million different things, and I get it that people are probably, some people are jealous and things like that, but at the same time you degrade yourself. So why should I expect you to do any better for anybody else, right? You basically try to find reasons to degrade other people and things like that. So if you ever have the sack to want to do something in a neutral room, even a neutral YouTube channel, I'm sure that we can find it. We both know Next Gen 720. We both know other people as well. I'd be more than happy to kind of smack your ass down in that type of setting, right? Like, I still have no idea, just out of left field, where you come from with that nonsense on Twitter, social media, or whatever. And for you to get all puffy and puff your chest out, man, I'm review tech, screw this guy and his blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Listen, if I took this stuff serious like you, I could do the same garbage as you. Put my fat ass in front of the camera and sit there and be a hypocrite, loser, scumbag. You know what I mean? I could do the same things as you and see the same success. You know, it's just exactly something that, you know, I can't do that. I don't have the time to do that. You know, it's not something that I take as serious, and due to the fact that I actually have a regular job, and due to the fact that I just don't have time to sit there and dedicate it to that. You know what I mean? I do these little videos, you know, throughout the day, and where I can record when I find a few minutes here and there, and then I put them together. There's nothing fancy edited. There's no, like, I first to admit that my channel is crappy, and it's nothing. So why on earth are you trying to crap on that? Like, I don't understand that, Junior. Like, let me know what the hell you're thinking, because as far as I can tell, you're like the biggest loser on YouTube, and you managed to make some money on that because people like laughing at you, not with you. And I get that people laugh at me too, man, and I got a crappy channel, I'm a fat ass, all this stuff. I completely get that, and I understand that. That's fine. But what's funny is the way that you responded tells me 100% that you know exactly what you did, and I probably wasn't the only one. If other people were noticing it and not me, until some people pointed it out, it definitely happened. And I think that you know it, I know it, lots of other people know it. It was thousands of videos ago. It's not really worth kind of tracking down all that stuff. Oh, let me go back and look at 2014 and see a video that I did and see one that you did 3 days later, right? It makes sense. You are not the brightest guy, so you're looking for somewhere to get that next big hit, that next big video that, oh my gosh, let me push the outrage button. How can I outrage people or get people interested and things like that? And you do good at that. But to think that you're any better than anybody else, I think that that's a terribly wrong way to think of things, and the wrong way to look at yourself, because you're not more intelligent from what I can see than anybody else, not better than anybody else. And certainly I've never seen you apologize or take anything that anybody's thrown at you. You've always passed the buck. Me myself, I've said, Dave, I messed up tons of times, and I probably will continue to do so, because I'm, guess what, a human being, and we are flawed, right? But again, you would never admit that, because you do your own thing where you're right 100% of the time. You're review tech, after all. So at the end of the day, man, I told you, just stay in your lane, and none of this even would have been a thing, because at the end of the day, you must feel threatened by some little loser like me to respond for 30 plus minutes. But anyway, I'm gonna get going. You take it easy, guy, man, and hopefully God bless and all that good stuff. Continued good fortunes. Good luck with that and the pickles and all that nonsense. Rack 'em up.
Unscripted.